Hello, my pants and waffles. How you doing? I hope you're doing fantabulously. Welcome to the very first video of Pride Month. I am hoping that I can make several of these videos of different queer visual novels throughout Pride Month to help show off other stories, to give different perspectives, and even just give some popularity and attention to different indie queer games that are available that you might not have heard of before. First and foremost, we have a game known as A Hint of Purple. It is a very short game. It's supposed to be about an hour long. We're going to play through and we're going to see what that looks like. Warning ahead of time, you might see in the title of the video or the description, there is a brief moment that references domestic abuse, as well as references of disability, as our main character is paralyzed. So please enjoy the video. And without further ado, let's get to it. Darkness. A low thump. Your heartbeat. Breathe in. Breath fills your weak lungs. Another thump. Your lungs deflate. Thump. Fuck, this headache. Or water, I need one. I feel like water might help here. Like a layer of cracked paint, the roof of your mouth feels as if it's about to peel off. So we're talking to our prefrontal cortex, it's always fun. Miserable, isn't it? What? This place. Fucking limbo. What's going on? We were painting, as usual. I guided your brush. Crisp spring air filled your studio. A streak of blue marked the canvas. I'm part of you. Your worries, desires, your inspiration. Whatever my little Maya needs. Someone else stood beside you as you painted. Hands clasped around your waist. A warm kiss the nape of your neck. Someone deeply in love with you. Kai. The name is familiar and warm. A morsel of comfort in this cold void. You feel a pang of longing in your guts. The memory is replaced by another loud thump. You remain submerged in darkness. Flashlight, please. Light fills your vision. Blurred shapes begin to appear from within the sheet of white. Trach needs a deep cleaning. It's getting easier now. Your lungs fill greedily with air. It's all coming into focus now. You awake in a hospital bed, propped upright and tucked beneath a layer of blue sheets. A tube runs from your neck to a ventilator. A doctor and practical nurse hover over you, inspecting your neck with a bright flashlight. How often are you suctioning now? Every other day. It's starting to get backed up. We'll need cleanings every day. She stirs a flashlight in her smock. What's happened? You don't think this is a waste of time? Cases like this are extremely rare. We have a lot to learn here. What have we actually learned? That she's brain dead? I could have told you that for the first cog test. What are you saying? She has a partner who's still visiting. They're in here like 5 times a week, like it's a fucking job. Kai. I see them in here too, but that's their choice. I don't know if we'll see progress with Maya, but what we will learn here is important. It might help us save the next one. Look, I'm stretched way too thin already. If I spend any more time on this patient, I'll be neglecting the others. You know, the ones who can talk back? Okay, so I thought, when they said paralyzed, my mind just went to like waist down, or even neck down. I think we have full body paralysis. Also, Nurse August is kind of a little bit of a bitch. But, you know, it's just me. Where's Kai? She mulls over the thought. I'll talk to your CN and see if Tessa can take over the trach care. That'll free you up for your other patients. She leads the nurse to the door as the two exit. Thank you, Doctor. The door slams closed behind them. Doctor! The sound rings in your ears. Silence slowly creeps in. Just you alone in this cold hospital now. What's happened to me? You'll piece it together soon enough. The room knows. Let's examine our surroundings. A window separates you from the outside world. Streaks of orange light grace your bed, easing the discomfort of cold linoleum floors. Scanning the room, you see a blinking ventilator, a lone calculator plastered to the wall, and a stack of unfinished paintings in the corner. Examine the ventilator, it's the closest thing to me physically. The tubes lead to a cluster of machines. Blinking lights form a small constellation. The boxes hum and whir. The sound might be calming if your life didn't depend on it. Let's look at the calendar. The calendar's pug-themed. This month features 2 pugs posing for recreation of Brantwood's American Gothic. The famous Depression-era portrait now features 2 glassy-eyed pugs in farmers' outfits. One even sports a pitchfork. My grandma would love this. There's a tacky charm to the photo, and a surprising attention to detail. Another art history major, perhaps. Looking past the pugs, the calendar reads February. That's off by months. It should say May. Didn't you hear her? You've been here 4 months. The barren tree outside confirms her worst fears. It's winter. You've been out cold for months. 9 whole months. Withering away like a corpse. I need to get out of here. Find Kai. They'll be able to make sense of this. Good luck with that. Looking at the window, a barren tree looms over the hospital courtyard. The sky is a painting of purple and orange, with the sun just out of view. It's not too bad, it's very pretty. A few leaves cling to the old tree. Somehow they withstood the cold. Winter is winding down. 9 months in this miserable bed. Let's examine the paintings. A cluster of paintings lean against the wall, like half-toppled dominoes. The work is immediately recognizable as your own. The colors jump out at you. Strokes of blue, deep red, and purple. Abstract forms swirl beneath the canvas, ready to spill out onto the floor. The work is unfinished, much of the canvas blank. No expensive frames. There it all lies, jumbled collection of unfinished thoughts. Trying to get up. Letting out a sharp exhale, you attempt to muster up the strength in a withered body. Where to start? This is pointless. Personally, when I get up, I like to do the arms thing first, so I'm going to pull myself forward with my arms. Nothing. Your arms feel like sandbags tethered to your chest. Get up! Your body is motionless, limbs settling in place like magma hardening. Slow down! Just need to start small. We both know how this ends. Move a finger. You look towards your finger. It rests on pale blue sheets. Your mind sends the signal. Your heart beats faster. Your body tenses. A vein swells on your temple. It's as if your fingernail had been replaced with the hood of a car. Your finger hasn't moved an inch, despite your best efforts. Fuck! You catch your breath. You can hear your heart racing, the tired thump of weak organs struggling to pump blood into uncooperative limbs. This is it? This is my life now? Your new life. A prisoner trapped within your own body. But I can talk? I'm always listening. But no, your lips are just as paralyzed as that finger feels. To the outside world, you are immune. So that's why the doctor ignored me. Now you'll catch it. The deep orange of sunset, unseen, fills the room. Warm light drips down the walls, leaving room for purple tones to creep in. The unfinished paintings in the corner taunt you. I can't even lift a finger, let alone a paintbrush. Night falls. A glint from the corner table catches your eyes. A small copper figure. The dense coils catch and reflect the moonlight. Close your eyes. The intoxicating pull of the past brings you back to another time, another place far away from here. Going to downtown Seattle 3 years ago. This could be promising. Kai ducks into an alley with a small set of pliers in hand, stepping over an old paint can. An owl stares out from the graffitied concrete wall, its color weathered by the elements. What exactly are we looking for? Someplace out of the way. Is this the part where you murder me? You want to? In the alley? No, I'd make a murder joke. I'd have brought my big pliers for that. This feels right. Kai taps a small ledge at head height, sticking out from a brick wall. They pass the pliers off to you and dig into their pocket. Oh, non-binary? Gender fluid? I kinda figured their name was Kai. That's a very non-binary name. Like, that's white people being named John. It just kind of happens. I'm feeling. They always catch on this jacket. Kai produces a small twisted wire sculpture, no bigger than their palm. The bent wire forms the silhouette of a man. They place the copper man on the concrete ledge. Pliers. Yes, doctor. Thank you, nurse. They twist the wiry legs to conform with the ledge. The figure now peers down on anyone who might walk by. What do you think about this spot? Seems out of the way. That's sort of the idea. What's the point of art no one will see? I like the intimacy of it. No fancy galleries, no critics telling you what to feel about it. Out here, there's nothing standing between you and the art. That's a beautiful sentiment. Bullshit. Art is for recognition. It demands an audience. No one gave a shit about Van Gogh's work when he was alive. Do you know how he coped? Cut off his fucking ear. Don't be another Van Gogh. Van Gogh? Van Gogh? They playfully push against your shoulder. Come on, we gotta find a place for yours. I'm not so sure. Well, let's see it. It'll help us find a spot. You reach into your pocket and pull out the figure. The copper is cold against your fingers. In your palm lies your crude attempt at a penguin. It's misshapen, hardly beatable. It looks like a penguin? It looks like a dick. It's supposed to be a penguin. A penguin with a huge dick? They laugh. You never had to make art with pipe cleaners as a kid? Look, I'm not good at this. And I can't paint, so we're even. Now let's find a good spot for your sculpture. Opening your eyes, your dreary new reality snaps back into focus. Present day, the hospital room. The sound of the door closing wakes you from deep and restless sleep. August adjusts an earbud. Thumping music blares from her headphones. She rips the bed sheets back, exposing your legs. Strong hands grip your underside of your left foot as she steps forward, pushing your knee to your chest. Your joints are stiff with inactivity, but this stretch offers a pleasant burning sensation. Damn, my legs really needed this. It's a practice routine. One she's rushing now. Her palms press your kneecap flush with your chest. Her movements remind you of a bitter mechanic taking out frustrations on a troublesome engine. Easy now, you gotta slow down. She continues to push, The tendons stretch. Then they stretch a little more. Piercing needles of pain drill into the sensitive tissue of your hamstring. Suddenly you feel a tear within your groin. Your muscles burn and buckle under the strain, like decaying rubber band. Fuck! Stop! She releases your left leg, lowering it flat against a thin hospital mattress. Needles of pain prick at the underside of your knee. You instinctively reach to soothe the limb, but your arms do not move. She continues the stretching regimen, limb by limb, each pushed to their limit. By the end, your adrenaline runs thin. A layer of cold sweat cakes on your body. The searing pain cuts through most thoughts. The nurse pays no attention. Her headphones ring with music as she replaces your bedding. She whips a fresh blue sheet into the air before it gently drapes over your battered body. Doesn't she know who you are? She should be pampering you right now. Remember when they flew you out to New York? Presidential suite. With an on-call masseuse. Now you're being broken like a baseball glove. They don't care who I am or what I was. This place is hell. I just want it to end. Be anywhere but here. Clank, clank. A knock at the door. She pulls one earbud. Looks like your best friend is here. Kai? Two more loud knocks. Clank, clank. Come on in, it's open. She tucks in the sheets at the foot of your bed. She whispers down. I should thank you. Ever since you got here, I've been off the hook. Maud. The door swings wide to reveal an elderly woman standing in the doorframe. Oh, good. You've already finished with your stretches. There's a surprisingly useful energy in her step. You don't recognize her. She's not family, and certainly not from the art world. Who are you? Just in time, Maud. I was on my way out. She's all yours. August mushers Maud in as she steps out the door. Bye, sweetie. Just you and Maud now. The window catches her eye. It's no wonder I don't have more sunlight in my room. It's the curtains. My goodness, Maya, they're too thick. I keep telling Dr. Armento we need curtains that breathe. You know my name? Have we met? She told me she'd look into it, but between you and me, I don't think she's looked into it one bit. My cousin Deborah had these gorgeous blue curtains. Birds of blue, they call them. The salesman said they were made of these special dyes, imported all the way from a Greek island. Can you believe that? I hardly could, but that didn't stop Deborah. Okay, I still have no idea who you are. Oh, that reminds me. My granddaughter loves frogs. Absolutely loves them. She produces a piece of plastic from her purse. A green and blue stress toy. And a grotesque caricature of a frog. She squeaks the toy to demonstrate. A high-pitched rivet pierces the air. Its eyes bulge out as if the life is being choked out of it. Amazing, isn't it? That's truly something. We love frogs here. That's what MILF stands for, by the way, M-I-L-F. It's Man, I Love Frogs. Just so you know. Melanie didn't like it. She said it freaked her out. She finds it preposterous that anyone could be charmed by this little green creature. I'm sure you'll find someone who would appreciate it. Dr. Armenta suggested I keep it. She's very smart. Helps with stress, she said. I told her I'm not sure how much stress an old little woman like me has. She interrupts herself with a laugh. But I took her advice. She's very smart. But oh, the curtains! How I wish I could fix the curtains. Help me up and I'll fix the damn curtains. Did you know I've told them 3 times about the curtains? Maud's words fade into the background as your mind wanders. You want to listen to this horse shit all day? There are more pressing matters. You can't walk. You can't paint. You can't even breathe without the help of a machine. Where's Kai in all of this? They'll be here. They better be here. If they don't show, you might just die listening to the ramblings of an old woman. I don't want to think about that. You'd rather listen to her rant about curtains. And the sheets didn't even match the blue. The sound of the door cuts her story short. Finally, a walking painting stumbles through the door. Standing 6 feet tall, its balance is questionable. A pair of legs peek out from below the frame. Thud! The heavy painting now rests on the floor, its legs hidden from view. Fuck, this is heavy! Oh my! A familiar face appears from behind the painting. Oh, I'm sorry, Maud. I didn't realize you were here. She laughed. Sweetie, I've heard it all. I was just startled by the painting. It's almost as tall as you. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? This one's Maya's favorite. The best paintings are sad at their core. What is it exactly? She studies the tall painting, taking in the shades of purple. I've only been given hints with this one. She likes to keep her secrets. She squints, examining the purple figure on the right, separated from what appears to be a crowd of people to the left. It looks like a family at dinner, but someone is missing. Is that what it is? They re-examine the painting with fresh eyes. I see that now, but I couldn't say. Only Maya knows what this one really means. I bet I'm right. I was just telling them about the curtains. Do I use they, them pronouns too? I wonder if I do. I might use they, them pronouns too, and Ma's really nice and these doctors are bitches. I'm gonna decide that's canon, even if it's not. We're two non-binary people. Anyways. Ah yes, the curtains. Kai shoots you a knowing glance. A shrill ribbit escapes from Maud's purse as she crams the tiny frog toy inside. Anyways, I should let you two lovers be. Hope you have a wonderful day, Maud. They usher Maud out the door. Oh, I already have, sweetie. Thank you. The door closes behind her. They lower a shoulder, allowing their tote bag to fall to the floor with a loud smack. The sound reveals the contents of the canvas bag, hardcover books, and something metal. Spirals of copper wire spill over the brim of the bag, while pins cling to the warm fabric. The familiar ritual brings a sense of comfort. She's really taking a liking to you, Kai chuckles. I swear, she's in here almost as much as I am now. She likes the company, I suppose. You know what she told me the other day in the hallway? She said you were a great listener. I missed your laugh. They wipe away a tear, their voice shaky with the aftershocks of laughter. I seriously hope she isn't eroding your sanity too much. It's too late for that. They place a tender hand on your arm. You can feel the warmth within the simple gesture. The outside world seems to melt away. Hey you, they whisper with a gentleness from their heart. Those familiar eyes, the love within them. You've been holding it together up until now. But any remnant of composure is washed away by a swell of emotions in your guts. Please get me out of here, Kai. This is my life now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's fine if I'm here, if you can hear me. Fingertips sliding down your arm leave trails of warm memories as their hand travels to meet yours. Palms pressed together, the contours of your hand fall into place like puzzle pieces. Do you remember our little code? I do. Their fingers tighten around your palm with a gentle squeeze. You translate the message in your head. I. A squeeze. Love. One less squeeze. You. Their eyes are filled with love, basking in this tender moment. The deep orange of the sunset catches their hair. They never have time for the good stuff, do they? Kai begins to massage your hands with care, gently flexing and moving each finger. That feels really nice. You always took such care with your hands. I'm you never gave climbing a shot. Gotta protect those precious painter hands. If it was my life's work on the line, I'm sure I'd be careful, though. They turned to the massive painting they lugged in, taking in the swirls of color and frantic paint strokes. Their breathing slows. The one you paint after we get out of here, that's gonna be one hell of a painting. My hands are never going to paint again. Don't say that. Kai massages. The massage eases the ache in your wrist. They didn't have to. They know you. There's something important I have to tell you. Oh, I said you heard that. They didn't have to. They know you. There's something important I have to tell you. They're going to give you another cognition test. Dr. Armenta finally caved. Easier to give in now than to be pestered about it for another month. Sometimes it takes a few tests before they'll recognize consciousness in patients. I was reading about a man who was fully conscious but failed his first 3 tests. Third time's the charm, right? He laughed nervously. This test might be our one chance out of here. So no pressure. I know you're in there. We've got to make sure they see it too. They'll be testing you on Wednesday, 2 days from now. I really need you to pass this one. For both of us. I will. You give your hand 3 quick squeezes before settling in for the night. Curling up to your bed as best that they could. They lay a head against your shoulder. Their breathing slows down as they drift off to sleep. The tall painting in the corner calls to you. Examine the cherished painting. The finished painting stands tall. The only framed canvas in the room. Much of the canvas is pure black. The small patches of purple are almost formless. At a glance, the painting appears abstract. Upon closer inspection, the color reveals vague forms. On the left stands a small crowd. On the right, a small figure crouches, surrounded by blackness. Images play in your mind like a theater. Small children sit in a circle, playing a game you cannot see. There is laughter, carefree abandon. You are not a part of it. Why am I not a part of it? You know why. You were there. The past may be hazy for you, but I see it clearly. Putting aside the old painting you've drawn to the unfinished paintings, a stack of potential masterpieces, not that you'll finish any of them. Examine the unfinished. One of the smaller unfinished paintings in the corner catches your eye. A serpentine spiral of blue jumps from the canvas. Closing our eyes, we flash back to the bedroom 2 years ago. You wake in the middle of the night. Shades of dark blue reach across the ceiling. Underneath the covers, you feel Kai's hand brush up against yours. You woke me up. The touch is cold. This isn't Kai. It's something else. It pulls away with the ripple of the sheets. What the fuck? You jump to your feet, running round the bed to shake Kai awake. Get up, there's something in the bed. They grumble in their sleep and they turn their back to you. Shaking heart. Their eyes scrunch and open. Hi. They let out with a crack in their throat. Get up, there's something in the bed. Their hand searches underneath the sheet with a few pads. They pause for a moment before they burst out laughing. What? Did Dolly scare you? They put their arm from beneath the sheet to reveal a long blue python wrapped around their forearm. She's so cuddly tonight, isn't she? Kai gives the snake a peck on the forehead. Excuse me, why is the snake in the bed? I'm all for having snakes. I'm all for letting them roam within limits because snakes are little Houdinis. I don't know if I want the snake in the bed at night. And then you basically slapped it to find it. The normal reaction to a snake in your bed is fear. Hear that, Dolly? Maya says I'm weird. I've tried sealing that cage every which way. but Miss Parton sure is resourceful. Of course, Dolly Parton, because they're gay. The snake hangs on Kai's arm like elegant jewelry. The snake's green scales reflect blue at this time of night. A few white scales glitter underneath the moonlight. Black slits for eyes gaze back at you with a cold refrain. Your heart is still beating, adrenaline. You're shaky. It's okay, sit down. With Dolly wrapped around one arm, Kai uses the other to pat your back as they admire the blue snake. Snakes get such a bad rap. You know most snakes aren't venomous. They're beautiful creatures. Extremely intelligent, elegant. Their belly scales actually allow them to control how much friction they have on the surface. The creature slowly wraps around Kai's wrist. And what animal gives better hugs? They're misunderstood creatures. Kai looks to you. You getting at something? Nothing. So you're gonna slip her back into bed with me or what? You gonna put her back in the cage first? Dolly stays. Now get in here. Kai snuggles you from behind. Present day, the hospital room. Cell phone buzzes. Shit. Dreary from sleep, Kai fumbles their phone. Shit. You mutter under the breath before answering. An immediate switch in tone. Kai's professional voice is clean and cheerful. Morning, Mr. Barnes. A stern voice is quick to respond. Where are you? It's 15 past. On my way. You see how this is turning into a pattern, Kai? Silence. Look, I'm on your side here. The kids love you. We all push to give you more flexibility. But I can only cover for you for so long. Next time, management may have to take matters into their own hands. I understand. Thanks, man. Alright, take care. See you soon. He hangs up. Shake their head, downplaying the warning. It's fine. Exasperated, Kai tosses the phone to your bed. You okay? They lazily trace circles on your shin through the hospital sheet. Retreating into themselves, masking the stress they carried by their brow. I remember the way you lit up when you got news about this job. You literally danced around the living room on your phone. With everything you went through when you were their age, you know how much these kids need someone to talk to. I wish I could have had you as a counselor. So Kai's a counselor, that's sweet. A text lights up Kai's phone and breaks their days. Kai, you love this job. It's good for you. Alright. They grab their phone and swing the heavy tote bag over their shoulder. They plant a light kiss in the cheek. They make their way to the door. See you tonight. Say hi to Maud for me. The door shuts behind them. Very funny. You know Kai can't keep this up. The weight is too heavy. What can I do? Pass that test. You hear the hitch of metal handle turn. Go to work. I'll be fine, I swear. The nurse steps to the door frame. Fuck, not this again. She slowly walks to your bedside, pulls back the sheets, exposing your legs. Another day, same tired routine. Her hands clasp your foot. She steps forward, pushing your knee to your chest. Her pocket buzzes. She freezes mid-stretch, your leg hovering above your abdomen. Please let me go. She gently places your leg down the bedside and inspects her phone. When white light burns into her face, she pauses a moment before answering. Hey. Her tone is unusually timid. A man's voice is heard on the other end. His words inaudible, clearly agitated. Not yet, I'm at work. He retorts. I'm sorry. The line goes dead, he's hung up. She slowly places the phone back in her pocket. She grips your right leg, starting a routine again. She releases your leg, cutting the exercise short. She stands in place, staring blankly at the corner of the room. What's going on? She looks lost. A high-pitched squeak cuts the silence. God damn it, Maud. The door creaks open as she steps in, stowing the frog in her bag. I hope I'm not intruding. Come right on in. Woken from her daze, she silently brushes past Maud takes it. She speaks in a hushed voice that's not as quiet as she thinks it is. Not a peep from her today. I find that quite rude. Something's up with her today. She slowly takes a seat on the couch in the corner. With her bag centered on her lap, hands perched up it, she sits like a prairie dog. My little Janie's now in middle school. You know what she's doing. What was she doing, Maud? She's very good with computers. You should have seen this one when she was little. Oh, she was glued to the screen, I tell you. We couldn't pry her away. I told her mother we need to get Janine off the box and out playing, but she'd go right back every chance she got. Now everyone uses a computer. I'm sure you're good with them. I mostly work with physical mediums. Her mother tells me she's learning, what do they call it? I remembered she's a coder. The first in her class. I told Alice I don't know what a coder is, but I'm sure it's Rain going to take credit for my granddaughter's intelligence. Congratulations, she sounds very smart. You know Alice was never good with computers. I think it's for the best. She was always more of a... Her voice drifts off to the background as her mind wanders. Kai is going to lose their job because of you. Have you ever seen them so exhausted? They look as if they've been up for a week. If the roles were reversed, would you do the same for them? Give up painting? I doubt it. You wouldn't last a month in their shoes. They've been here for 9. Her words came back into focus. And then the funniest thing happened. Alice dropped the ball. There's brownie batter everywhere. I couldn't believe it. A sound at the door. Come on in. She lights up. More company. A registered nurse in her late 20s enters. I hope I'm not interrupting story time. She dresses Maud, but shoots you a knowing glance. Oh, I don't know if I'm much of a storyteller. She takes it as a compliment. Beth's in your common area. I know she'd love to hear all about your granddaughter and her coding too. Oh, but of course. Tessa gives way for Maud to leave, like a trained matador sidestepping a bull. You made it look so easy. I see you've met Maud. Yes, I have. I'm Tessa. She grabs your limp hand and gives it a gentle but earnest shake. Nice to meet you, Tessa. I'm paralyzed. No, I'm Maya. She smiles. She looks over at the wide window. You know, this room is the best view in the whole building. Lucky you. I haven't been feeling very lucky lately. Come spring, that small patch of hill will be blooming with flowers. Foxglove, shades of purples you couldn't imagine. Sounds nice. They don't pay me to go on about flowers, but that won't stop me while I'm here. Now, let's take a look at this bad boy. She produces a small flashlight from her pocket, leans in to examine your neck. Tessa takes care to avoid blinding you. Your tracheotomy's doing okay. With a click, she stows the flashlight. Just a bit of built-up mucus. I've seen worse work from LPNs. Draining will be quick. May take a little. She begins the process of draining the tube. A practice routine. She takes in the paintings in the border. I saw Kai lugging that one in the other day. It's nearly as big as them. Kai's always been determined. They suddenly had a lot of questions for me. We had some pleasant conversations. I see them damn nearly every day. But as soon as they heard I'd be handling your care, they went full interrogation mode, running me down like a cop. I haven't been good like that since nursing school. You really got someone looking out for you. As soon as it's someone else, that's when they get all fired up. Alright, you're all set. I'll see you tomorrow to check up on your trach. She walks to the door and pauses to take in the large painting. The painting stands tall, holding Tessa's attention for a few moments before she exits the room. The sun sets on the barren hill outside your window. Shades of blue and purple crawl up the sterile hospital walls. Your only company is the hiss and the hum of the ventilator. The clockwork rhythm is equal parts soothing and unsettling. A glint of moonlight from the turning latch of the door catches your eye. Kai slumps through the doorframe. Their familiar posture reveals their fatigue, despite their best efforts to conceal it. Birthday? Hey, they say. They purposely let their body give way, and with an exaggerated motion, flop face first into the hospital bed. The sheets muffled with sound. Today kicked your ass. Head still pressed on the mattress. They tilt just enough to peek their mouth out. You know what I couldn't stop thinking about today? What's that? That asshole critic at Steakmeyer. They turned into the mattress to muffle their giggling. He was so cocky. I can't imagine trying so hard to win a crowd over. He was trying to fuck the server, that's what. One of the most insufferable critics I've ever met, and that says something. Kept going on about a homogeneous nightmare. I've never heard someone who loved the sound of their own voice so much I'm ready to stab my ears out with a fork. That's the shit I've read and have to read in reviews. The way you shut him down was beautiful. I had to turn away to hide my laughter. I took pleasure in that. That night, Kai laughs. That night was so... They trail off unexpectedly. They turn their face opposite. What is it? The test is tomorrow. I know. You're going to do it. I can feel it. Their voice betrays their uncertainty. They turn to face you, sitting back up now. I need you to pass this way. I will. Good. They squeeze your hand 3 times and settle into the night. Deep hues of blue dance across Kai's hair. An orange ventilator light catches the silhouette. The colors call to you like a siren song. The intoxicating pull of the past brings you back to another time, another place, far away from here. Closing your eyes to the Stegmer Gallery 1 year ago. The cherished painting hangs on an immaculate white wall. It's opening night at the gallery. Your opening. The energy's electric. All eyes are on you tonight. With the crowd of important faces, famous faces, Kai has staked out a quiet corner to cheer you on from afar. From across the room, they send a smile and a knowing nod. Closer. Approach the cherished painting. Your feet carry you toward the painting, and a small crowd surrounding it. Your steps echo off the tall gallery walls. There's a heated discussion about the piece. This is good. It's getting a reaction. An art critic in his 50s argues with a young fan. The figure on the right is clearly fleeing. It's an escape from a homogeneous nightmare, he gestures with a wine glass. On the far right, an amorphous purple figure crouches, surrounded by blackness. A group of figures in uniform. A group of figures, uniform in nature, stand opposite. The young fan retorts. He wants to join the group. He just doesn't know how. He wants acceptance. The figures are almost formless, edges bleeding into abstract brushstrokes. Standing back far enough, one might mistake the piece for an abstract blend of purple and white. Acceptance? The mass of bodies only offers assimilation. If we were to look at her oeuvre, there's a clear pattern of oeuvre, the sum of an artist's work. How pleased he is to have slipped that into his argument. The critic stopped himself, noticing your presence. Let's just ask, shall we? The critic lets out a boisterous laugh and knocks his arm into the man next to him. Care to settle a debate for us? Correct his pronunciation of, I've been saying oeuvre, I don't know if that's right. Confirm the fan's interpretation, make a bullshit interpretation, tell them they're both correct, refuse to divulge any sort of meaning. Divulge the true meaning of pain. I'm correcting this bitch. Ouvra. I beg your pardon. It's pronounced ouvra, not orva. He sheepishly replies, ah, right. And he takes a sip from his wine glass. I'm going to go because of the identities that have been presented to me at this time. And the way the painting is described as a group of figures and a figure huddling outside of that. I feel like they want to go in with the group, but they don't know how. I don't agree it's fleeting. So I confirm the fact. When I was young, I struggled to connect with people. I was so afraid of people. The figure here, they feel alienated. They want acceptance. To become part of something bigger than themselves, but they don't know how. I felt within this painting, it's beautiful. Its sincerity is refreshing. Personal connection. That's it? Disappointing. I was expecting something more high concept. Sorry to disappoint New York's finest critic. Disappointment is part of the job. Being served up bullshit isn't. But you've got to admit that's some mighty fine bullshit. If that shit doesn't play with me, save it for the local paper. Cut him down. Do you enjoy what you do? He takes the bait. You've read my work. I have. Your transition from sales to editorial is really impressive. He senses the setup. Did you have to have lots of... Call out the nepotism! Remind me, is the editorial director your cousin on your mom's side or your dad's? I've earned my place here, despite what you're insinuating. You're a great salesman, there's no denying that. But you're still a salesman. He clenches his bitter jaw. It's always been about numbers for you. Trends, clicks, bullshit. You parrot other people's opinions and pass them off as your own. And now you're coming in here, demanding I serve you some personal anecdote on a silver platter for your review. Bundling it all into a pretty package with a bow. You parrot other people's opinions and pass them off as your own, bundling it all into some pretty package with a bow so you can serve it to some rich assholes. Do your job, look at some art, and form your own opinion for once in your life. He takes a violent swig from his glass to mask his silent rage. Final bow. You can print that if you like. A hand tugs at your elbow. Your turn. Maya, a photo with the painting? He doesn't wait for an answer. The camera flashes with the blinding white light. Opening my eyes, it's the present day in the hospital. The gray-blue of an early morning washes over the room. Your vision is still hazy from sleep. Grumbling with sleepiness, Kai fumbles for the phone. They silence the ringer and look at you with sleepy eyes. Big day, you should sleep. Your mind returns to half-formed dreams, sitting on the precipice of wake and sleep. An hour passes, or perhaps a minute. You awake to a heated argument. Sitting on the end of the bed, Kai is on the phone. I've already told you I can't come in today. It's non-negotiable. Kai, I'm out of options here, Kai. If you don't come in today, we're gonna have to let you go. You love this job. Don't do anything stupid. I understand the consequences, Matt. You've made that very clear. The answer's still no. Today's too important. God damn it, what are you doing? Alright, I'll send over the paperwork to your personal email. Do whatever you need to do. I'll be here, I'll be fine. Don't fuck up your life over this. You gonna be alright? I don't know anymore. Kai, I need to go. They end the call. Kai gazes out the window with their back turned to swinging their feet off the edge of the bed, the gentle hum of anxiety in the air. You shouldn't have to give that part of your life up. Their heads sting, their head sinks with the weight of the news. They think you're asleep. You can see it in their body language. No pressure to perk up. No need to keep a flame of hope alive for your benefit. They've made their choice. They're living for you now. They always have. 2 knocks at the door interrupt Kai's moment alone. They lift their head and broaden their shoulders, slipping back into a familiar, feigned hope. They turn the door to see August and Dr. Armenta enter. Good morning. We'll just get set up now. She gestures to August, who produces a clipboard. They nod, trying to mask their morning anxiety. I'll wake Maya. They turn to you and stroke your shoulder. This is it, okay? I really need you to pass for me, Maya. I will. We're ready, if you'll wait outside. She politely invites Kai to the door. Right. They pull their hand off your shoulder and make their way out the door, gazing back at you as if it just might be the last time. She shuts the door behind Kai and turns to August. Ready? Ready to get it over with. Dr. Armenta ignores the comment and takes a seat next to you. She slowly talks to you, as if you were a child. Maya, I'm going to run through a series of tests. It's important that you follow my instructions so we can communicate. I know and I'm ready. When I turn this flashlight on, I need you to follow the light with your eyes. Following the light lets us know you can hear us. Understood? I understand. We'll begin now. Remember to follow the light with your eyes. Showtime. Click. A burst of blinding light sears your retinas. Something's terribly wrong. You feel the bed sheets below you give way. You sink through them like quicksand, and then they're gone. You gasp for air as you feel that awful lurch in your stomach. You're falling, tumbling into darkness. Looking up, you can see your body frozen in the water. The test playing out. It's so far away. The body above is no longer yours. Nothing but a small speck, getting smaller and smaller and gone. A force pulls you downwards, but it isn't bad. Something deep within yourself, but a terribly familiar place. Fragments of deep-seated nothing. You look toward it, to the abyss below. It's the deepest black you've ever seen, until those shapes reveal themselves. Blurred brown, a touch of orange, 3 dark spots. Your studio. You see it from above now. 2 figures stand over a collapsed body. Your body. You recognize the shape on the left. Kai. Shape on the right, an unknown man. Your body is strewn across the floor beneath you. Your studio is a crime scene. Blood replaced splatters of blue paint on the floor across your clothes. A half-finished painting with a streak of blue paint looms over the wall. The man on the right stoops to your body with something black in it. You hover above him now, but you cannot escape it for long. You feel yourself falling back. Back within your body now, you look up to the EMT physician. He shines a flashlight into your eyes. Another burst of blinding light. You're collapsed in your studio, paint everywhere. His lips move, but you can't make out a word. Kai's hand is on your shoulder. You're crying. You're being wheeled into an ambulance. It's all speeding up, coming to a terrible end. Click. Present day in the hospital. That painting. You remember it now. Transported back to the current, the bitter the reality of the hospital room sets in. That must have been 9 months ago. Are you alright? What just happened? Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to breaking the news. I'm ready, I can take the test now. We ran through all the tests. No response. They need to accept them this time. No, I haven't taken the test. The sooner they can grieve, the better. Trust me, they've been there. God damn it! She agrees with August for once, with a silent nod. I'll be right back. Wait here. Don't go out there, please, I'm begging you. August and yourself are now alone in the room. The air is still. You stare at August. You never even gave me a chance. In your eyes, I was dead the moment I got here. Her gaze wanders around the room, the machines, the paintings, then to you. This is the first time she ever looked you in the eye. Oh, now you're listening? She lifts an idle finger and picks her nose. She's not staring at you. She's staring past you. You might as well be another piece of furniture in her universe. The door creaks open, startling August, who quickly removes the finger from her nose. The doctor pokes her head in, and with a terse tilt of the head, beckons August to leave. Kai brushes past August, paying no mind to the nurse. All of Kai's focus is holding onto the weight of the news until that door swings shut. And it's closed. Just you and Kai now. They pace at the foot of your bed. Silence hangs in the air. It can't be gone. They tug at your shoulder. You have to be in there. They frantically take hold of your hand. Forcefully, they squeeze it. Once, twice, 3 times. Kai, say it back. I can't. Say it back, they commanded. Squeeze Kai's hand. Despite your broken body, you try, mustering all of the energy and willpower to squeeze. With all your goddamn might, the mind commands. But your hand doesn't obey. Your fingers lay as still as the moment you arrived in this forsaken place. They wait. And wait. I can feel your heartbeat in your fingertips. They release your hand and pull back with heaviness in their heart. 9 months. They look to the window in the changing season. Winter coming to a close. Come May, we'll have been stuck in this room for an entire year. After the first month, everyone told me you wouldn't make it, that your mind was gone, that the Maya I knew was dead. I don't want to believe the Maya. They shake off their 1,000-yard stare and look to the floor. Now the tests say you're gone too. Cover their face with a curled palm, fighting back the emotions, begging to burst their cheeks. Fuck! They inhale, composing themselves briefly. My dad says I need to grieve. But how the hell do you grieve this? They gesture to the ventilators, calmly whirring in the background. Do you remember what it was like? All before this? Tell me. I remember gallery openings, your paint-splattered jeans. Now it feels so far away, like memories from another life. Kai mulls on the thought. In a way, they still are. Memories from your life. That night at the gallery, it was your night. I was just there. Their voice trails off into a whisper as the words leave their lips. The words hang still in the air. Outside the sun sets, your bodies sit in silence. Kai is as motionless as your paralyzed frame. Cold tones of blue wash over the walls. The last bit of orange kisses the windowsill gently before fading into nothing. The intoxicating pull of the past brings you into another time, another place, far away from here. The Stigmer Gallery 1 year ago. A canvas is unhooked from the wall as two attendants carefully lowered the painting to the floor. Abandoned plastic cups littered the glossy floor of the gallery. Patrons trickle out the front door. Your big night is finally winding down. The artificial snap of a digital camera sounds off as a young man grabs a selfie with you. Fuck yes, he exclaims, before reining in his excitement to a socially acceptable degree. I'm sorry. I just been working up the courage all night. I'm so glad you agreed to a picture. You know you didn't have to wait till the end of the night to have your picture. At the beginning of the night, I didn't have 3 glasses of wine in me. So I think I did have to wait. Can I tell you something? Sure. This is weird, but I feel like I know you, he stammers. And I know that's not true because parasocial relationships are a whole thing, and he catches himself, tries to get himself back on track. Each canvas, it feels like I'm staring past the paint and through a window. A series of windows into your mind. The last line sounds rehearsed, as if he's been building up to it all night. Thank you. I just wanted to share that. His eyes avoid your gaze. What little courage he built up is now extinguished. Night. He turns to make a brisk walk toward the exit. There it is again. That feeling. Sweet recognition. More intoxicating than any cocktail in this building. Basking in the glow of the spotlight? That's what tonight's for, isn't it? I saw you lit up all night. How you feeling? Elated. You did it. Not even New York's most famous critic can crack you. I couldn't let him walk over me out there. So is it finally starting to sink in? What's sinking in? That you've made it. Look at this. You have an entire exhibit dedicated to your work. You've always worried so much about having made it. This is it. Now enjoy it a little, won't you? I am enjoying it. I'm just thinking. As usual, they say with a knowing smile. Hey, they shift in place. I didn't want to burden you with this before the show, but I had a rough day at work and I could really use someone to talk through. What happened? I came in, like I usually do, and I immediately got into it with Rebecca. You know how she's been a shit show since her divorce. Kai's words fade into the background as you replay events from tonight. Why did you tell that critic off? You know that's going to come back and bite you in the ass, don't you? He deserved it. He's going to change his review, put you front and center and make you look like an asshole. I've gotten bad reviews before. That's irrelevant. Why did you have to correct him? Because he was a pretentious prick. And you're not? All I saw was two self-indulgent assholes vying for attention. Don't you have enough eyes on you? No. Their words shift back into focus. She's the worst. The words ring with finality. That was it. That was the end of their vent. Kai's waiting for you to respond now. She sounds like she's under a lot of pressure. Maybe you can smooth things out with her tomorrow? I won't be there tomorrow. They laid me off. They look incredulous. You didn't hear a single thing I said, did you? You always do this. It's like you're never actually here. You're off in your own head. They toss their drink to the side and into the trash. Kai. Might as well be invisible to you, they mutter under their breath as they brush past you, leaving you alone in space. The once decorated gallery walls now stare back at you blankly. Present day in the hospital. Soft morning light paints the walls with faint blue. Tessa checks the mess of tubes running from your neck like a power line technician untangling decades of electric cables. You're quiet today. Very funny. I didn't mean... Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me start over. I felt like I've been talking too much. And you seem... off. Something on your mind? Kai. You need someone to talk to? More than you could know. You can tell me, really. But you can't hear me. Tessa radiates patience. She gives you a nod as if she's already listening to Pat Vane's story told by you. So you're just gonna sit there and listen, whether I tell you or not. Tell my story. The memories come back into focus, ready to pour out. I've never told the full story behind this painting. Everyone sees something different on the canvas. When I look at it, I see this one moment. You ever play hide and seek as a kid? The The silhouettes of children form a circle on the canvas. She leans in, a captive audience of one with kindness in her eyes. She's never very good at it, but I remember one day finding a particularly clever spot. The silhouetted child slips behind the houseplant. A search party of kids pass by. So obvious, no one thought to look for it. One by one, my friends found everyone, and I was the last kid left. The group leaves her shadow in the corner and congregates. But they moved on to another game. I saw a glimpse of their lives without me. The children laughed and played. I thought I'd never come back, that somehow I'd vanished into those walls. Your shadow dissolved into dust. The painting settles into its natural state. That moment now immortalized on canvas. I've always been terrified of that feeling. And now I've done that to Kai. Tessa receives the words that she cannot hear, with warmth and kindness. She places a comforting hand on your shoulder. For the first time since waking up, this place, you feel truly seen. She lays a comforting hand on your shoulder. Logically, you know she can't hear your silent words, but she receives them with kindness and warmth all the same. Everyone wants a chance to be heard. Now it's a big part of my job, but I wasn't always good at it. I was so nervous when I first started as an RN. I got so caught up with how I came across, I wasn't truly listening to my patients. There was this blind man I was assigned to. He wanted me to walk him through the courtyard. He could do it himself, but he wanted me to describe it. He wanted to know every little detail. He was insistent on it. I felt so silly at first, telling him about the discarded coffee cup, dandelions poking in the concrete, black dots of gum on the pavement. It wasn't a pleasant view, but he treasured every word. As I said it all aloud for him, I realized, for the first time in my life, I was looking out rather than in. I walked through that courtyard nearly every morning before I met this man, and I swear I never saw it until today. Tessa's eyes wandered to the windowsill, the courtyard just out of view from where she sits. It changed the way I saw my patients. I became a better nurse. I'd catch things senior staff missed, simply because I was listening. She sits with the thought for a moment and lets out a heavy breath. Well then, you've caught me in a sentimental mood today. Don't get used to it. Tessa jots down the final reading and snaps your binder closed. I'll see you tomorrow. She gathers her notes and makes her way to the door. Looking out the window, the courtyard Tessa spoke of is out of view. Light crawls across the windowsill as the day passes. Clouds morph and tumble across the sky like cotton candy. Trust me, you're not missing anything. You heard her. It's a courtyard littered with trash. Perhaps I would appreciate it, see some beauty in it. You've looked past the most important person in your life. I don't see you changing for a courtyard. People change. I can be better. Time will tell. Light crawls across the hospital walls. A warm orange fades in and out as clouds drag across the sun. The door handle turns with a click as August trudges into your room. Door slams closed behind her. It's late. What are you doing here? The door closed, she drops her stalwart composure and sinks to the couch at the far end of the room. Her face slips to a brief sense of relief before she slips into sadness. She's been holding in all day, but here she can relax. Her gaze catches a smudge on her dark blue uniform. Makeup. Worried, she checks her wrist. A deep blue ring of bruises. A deep blue ring of bruises is partly visible. Fuck, she mutters. She applies a fresh layer of foundation, concealing it completely. She slips her phone from her pocket and places it on the couch beside her. She turns to the window, biting her nails. She grabs the phone and makes a call. It's ringing. Still ringing. And then they pick up. Hey. You can make out the faint voice of a woman on the other end. You wrapping up work? The voice on the other responds. So there's Nav. Right. Pauses to look down at her wrist. He did it again. The voice retorts. Her friend isn't going down this road again. Mariah. Please. Her friend hangs up. She slowly sets the phone down. Defeat washes over her weary face. She fights back tears as she buries her temple into her hands. A single streak of makeup falls down her wrist. Another spirit trapped within these walls. The door opens abruptly. Dr. Armenta pokes her head inside. August quickly sniffs back her tears. There you are. I was looking for you when... She notices the tears. Are you all right? The concern's genuine. Just fine, she says, slipping back to her resilient composure. August brushes the doctor past and out of the room before she responds. She stands in place stunned, unable to make sense of the moment. Her eyes scan the room for an explanation, finding nothing. She exhales, collecting her composure and settling back into professional demeanor before stepping in the hall. A small smudge of makeup dots the couch cushion, the only remaining bit of evidence. I would have never known. We're all hiding something. Makeup, paint, it only goes so far. The corner plant catches the late afternoon light. Time passes as the leaves draw shadows on the cold linoleum floor. An hour passes, maybe more. Slow drip of time reveals stars in the sky. Night falls. Where are they? The orange blink of ventilators looks like the shining stars in the darkness. Fatigue sets in. You can feel it pulling towards you. The cradle of sleep. Silence. Sweet silence. No dreams. Only quiet. Open your eyes. Your blurry eyes parse the morning light. You feel surprisingly well rested. Time for your morning checkup. Tessa inspects the tubes leading into your neck. No blockage. Airflow is steady. Tremendous progress. Your trach is looking great now. She drops down her notes. Kai's in the lobby. They'll be in once I wrap up. Tessa gets up and turns to the door. Hesitates. I didn't mean to, but the other day I overheard a conversation. She said apprehensively. I don't know who you used to be, but you're not that. Not anymore. The room is still. The muted sounds of children's playing can be heard outside. Footsteps in the hallway. I think Kai's ready for you now. Tessa leaves the room. The overcast blue on the floor tile warms. Clouds outside shift and fade as the streaks of sunlight fall into your room. You look up to see Kai lingering in the doorframe. Their presence is quiet. Kai gently closes the door before joining you at the bed. They sit with you in silence. It's beautiful outside. Wish you could see it. They pause, unsure where to start. I'm sorry, I wasn't here last night. Their gaze wanders across the linoleum floor. These past 9 months they haven't really been that easy. My therapist keeps bringing up grief, but I don't even know how to begin grieving this. A nervous finger traces their knuckles. How can I mourn you when you're right here, when I can still feel your heart beating? So I just haven't. I haven't begun to think about the possibility that you're really gone. I put all of my being into showing up with you, fighting to get you better care, visiting this room day after day, the one at the front desk. They practically treat me like staff now. For almost a whole year, my life's been on pause. For you. Before all this, I was struggling with us. But after you fell, everything else just seemed so small. I'd almost forgotten what our relationship was. The other day I remembered. It's always been about you. Coming here day after day made me realize that this is what I've always done. I've always lived for other people. It's something I need to work on my own. And I need to take responsibility for that. And now I need to live my own life, Maya. They take your hand in theirs and sit in silence. Their breathing is heavy. You can see the guilt in their eyes. This wasn't an easy decision. You squeeze Kai's gentle hand once and translate the message in your head. I squeeze again. See you. You feel it within your heart, but your hand hasn't budged. Kai squeezes back. Once, twice, 3 times. They lean close to plant a delicate kiss on your cheek. A tickle of eyelashes brush against your forehead. As they pull back, their eyes well with emotions, and a quivering lip betrays their composure. They turn to leave. Goodbye, Maya. And then they're gone, leaving only the warm imprint of a kiss on your cheek. Goodbye, Kai. Outside, the marks of late winter on a leafless tree. Spring is close. All is still, except for the sun, which retreats below the horizon. Darkness settles in for the night. Nothingness. Pure black. Another dreamless sleep. A new morning. The door of the handle wakes you the turn of the door handle wakes you up earlier than usual. The door slowly creaks open as the old woman steps into your room. She scans the room, just the two of you. Afternoon, sweetie. Here we go again. My, we're almost out of winter, aren't we? This is a waste of time. That tree is going to be so beautiful come spring. The leaves are just brilliant. You're going to die in this room, alone. There's one person who believed in you, and now they're gone. No one is coming to save you. Kai is gone. I'm gonna listen to Maud. Since when are you gonna give a fuck about the ramblings of an old woman? Since now. You brace yourself for the response, but it doesn't come. There's a sweet silence within your mind. You remember Tessa's words. Look out, not in. You feel yourself slip into the present moment. No past, no future. Only you and Maud here in this moment. You are here. Now where was I? I know I've been visiting you a lot. I don't want to bother you. It's just I don't have a lot of people in my life anymore. By the time you get to be my age, you see a lot of loss. You can outlive those you love. My mother used to call it the curse of the Ashton genes. Growing up, I knew every kid on my block, and now I'm the last one. Every year that passes, I know less people. Life shrinks. You never get used to it, not even at my age. I felt that way every year, except for last winter. That's when I met Victor. We fell in love, here of all places. I didn't think that something so beautiful could happen after my husband passed, but it has. For the first time in a long while, I felt life expanding. A new face to look forward to, bright eyes full of energy and life. He's a younger man, early 60s, although I suppose that doesn't sound young to you. He's handsome, too. Such a beautiful head of hair, wavy and golden, she reminisces. Last week he fell. The doctor told me that he broke his... She scrunches her brow in frustration. Oh, I can't remember the word. It's so difficult, not being able to remember these things. They haven't decided if they'll operate on account of his age. They say it's incredibly dangerous. They say I have to wait. I don't know when I'll see him. Do you know when I can see him? She looks at you with pleading eyes, praying for an answer. I need to tell him something. Her nervous hands wrestle with the purse in her lap. I'm having a hard time remembering how I know you, but I feel like we're old friends. She looks into your eyes with the hopeful heart of a child, content to share this moment of silence with you. Outside, snow clinks to the dead branches of a tree. Smears of orange pull the clouds above the horizon. You know, most people here don't give me the time of day, but you You've always listened. Thank you. She rummages through her purse, which lets out a shrill squeak, and produces the offensive green toy. I've come to realize not everyone likes my frog. He's a big talker. Maybe that's why he feels like a kindred spirit. He's always brought me comfort. Maybe he'll do the same for you. She places the frog in your hand and gently curls your fingers around it. And without saying a word, she's gone, giving you and the toy the room. The room hums with the whir of the ventilator. Time seems to hang still. Your lifeless hand cups Maud's gift. It's a curious thing. Not very cute, that's for sure. The black beady eyes stare back at you, and they should bulge out with a squeeze. Nothing. Try squeezing the toy again. Still nothing. We got a squeak. We started to regain feeling. That was an emotional roller coaster. Honestly, I have not felt loss in most situations, nonetheless this one, the way it is presented in this game, in my own life. That being said, I understand why Kai made the decision that they did, and why they lost hope for his kind of recovery from Maya. Would I like, in my head, to imagine that Maya gets better, and then maybe, gets back with Kai? That would be great, but Kai's got some soul searching to do, so with all the best hopes, Kai does that first, and then maybe them and Maya start to work on some of the issues they had with each other. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming around and watching A Hint of Purple. I hope you enjoyed this. Please stick around, hit subscribe on the channel so I can do more Let's Plays like this. We have more visual novels coming throughout the month of Pride, as well as other Let's Plays coming in the future, more episodes of The Closeted Diaries, and things of that nature. You can also check out my Twitch channel in the description. I'll go live with other games for Pride, as well as playing something about once a week. Check out the Discord to know when I'm going live on Twitch, and to see some other extra things I do, like poetry I'm writing, or any other events in my life. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a happy Pride. Until next time. Bye-bye.